All right, females and steroids.
Ladies, if you're taking steroids, hit me up. I think it's a great look. You know, you got that sex drive. Your boy's here for it.
Let's talk about that actually, like in all classes, or just in general, bodybuilding and for. I do think that's one thing I think about. Do you think there are as many women outside of bodybuilding using steroids as there are men outside of bodybuilding steroids?
No, not even close.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I think the females have a much higher fraction of their total steroid users in competition than males.
Yes.
The average steroid user is a 23-year-old kid in New Jersey who like cheat curls the 80-pound dumbbells, bro. That's that average steroid user. Some small percent is competitors. A lot of guys are just like New York stockbrokers trying to get their card again at age 45.
Yeah.
You know? On the female side, it seems to me a much higher proportion of females who use steroids tend to be the ones being competitive. And there's a reason for that. And Johnny and I want to tell you guys about some of those reasons. Because especially if you're a younger female, especially if you're on social media, especially if you look up to these girls that are bikini champions, or just like, you know, your favorite fitfluencer who's, you know, Brazilian and dropping a VAR tab into her fucking mocha chocolata, yeah. You know, you remember that song?
Yeah.
It's so easy as a female who's maybe a teenage female or early 20s, looking at these bodies and being like, that's what I want. And I know these girls are on that shit and I want in. And there's nothing wrong with that. So full disclaimer, I'm a married man. But in an alternate universe where I'm single, line them up. Juicy girls, not juicy girls. Your voice is high, your voice is low. I love it. I don't give a f. The thing is, I'm a little bit more masculine than the average man. My head's shaped like a triceratops. I weigh 240. If I don't shave, I'm completely covered in hair. Like, you're not going to impress me with masculinity. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm kind of masculine. Like, girl, get in line. What are you, nuts? So compared to me, you are a dainty female one way or another. I'm talking about all the way up to pro bodybuilder. Them don't intimidate me. As a matter of fact, I'm quite interested. But what I like, being a weird fetish dude, is a little bit different than what you may be willing to do to yourself. And there's nothing wrong with the pro female bodybuilder look. I love that look. For real, for real. It's fucking beautiful. And it's not, we're not coming at this from a sociological lens of like, women shouldn't look like that. Like, nah, look like whatever you want. You look great. The real question is, do you want what comes with that? What the fuck am I talking about? We can go down the list.
Yeah.
Number one, the most obvious is the voice. You're gonna get the voice. It's gonna change. Masculine voice sounds hot to me. I love it. Bedroom voice sounds great. Do you like it? So go, if you're female, you're watching this, go to your bathroom, look yourself in the mirror, talk in your own voice. Now talk an octave deeper, and then an octave deeper than that. Now that's your normal voice. How are people gonna treat you? How do you like to hear yourself talk like that? Because you could be like, that sounds dope, sweet. But you might be like, that ain't me. Do not pretend the shit won't affect you, because it will. You are buying that shit.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting.
Guaranteed.
You get a dog, you gotta clean up shit. You get on steroids as a female, your voice is gonna deepen. But it gets worse. Think about your hairline. You like having cute hair? Dope. Your hairline will recede on steroids. Considerably in regards to the more you use it, the more it'll recede. Do you want a receding hairline? Maybe you think it's a sweet look. I love it. Xena Warrior Princess, sign me up. But you might not love it. Understand that's still what you're gonna get. Steroids get you a bunch of stuff you didn't sign up for. Because you signed up for all of it. Here's another one, and this is a really, really big one. And it's something you can't tell from social media. Skin quality. Female skin, try not to cancel myself, is great. You know what I'm saying. Well, you're black, so you got the same kind of skin. I'm Jewish, so my skin's an abomination. See, I'm hard right now. Girls love their skin. 99 times out of 100. How do I know that? They buy all the product in the world to continue to look like that fucking young female skin. That's fucking dope. It's a great look. And the look, you know, you could look like a lot of things. What about to the touch? How do you feel to the touch? Here's the kicker. You get on drugs, you might look sweet, but you take a selfie with your favorite influencer and they touch you on the shoulder and they're like, oh. Your skin gets bumpy, it gets dry, there ain't shit you can do about it. You get hair growing everywhere, all over your whole body as a female. You get on VAR, more hair grows. This shit comes in, that comes in, arm hair comes in, all of it. That's some shit you gotta manage now. You get way more acne. That's some shit you got to manage now. You did drugs to become more beautiful. And in the physical form, the silhouette, maybe you did.
Yeah.
But what about your skin quality? That could be total dog shit. And you just didn't know about it because filters, plus camera angles, plus you can't touch your favorite influencer through a fucking lens, through your iPhone. Yeah. You just had no idea. Yeah. And you do your first VAR cycle and you're like, what the fuck? I Brillo padded myself. Yeah. You don't want that. Or maybe you do. And the thing is, if you do, dope. If you just don't give a fuck, sweet. But if you care, what's another one? When you lose fat as a female and you're on androgens, you lose fat more from your estrogenic deposits than androgenic deposits. So less belly fat than you would expect goes away, but you lose all that hip femininity fat. You don't got curves anymore. You look like up and down. Much more of that. And when you regain the weight, especially if you have a massing cycle on drugs as a female, you gain more androgenic fat. You look like a dude, like a beer-bellied guy. That's where your body weight goes like it would on me. Look up some pictures of me on social media. It's not pretty. You're going to have love handles. You're going to have a belly. And you're not going to gain a lot of weight in your thighs and in your ass. So like you're leaving that female aesthetic, even in your off season. You don't look like a curvilicious, you know, that estrogen look that you're like, oh, perfect. You don't have that anymore. You have much less of that than you did before. Yeah. Another thing is your titties will sag. You seen that shit, competitor titty before? Even when they bulk back up, it doesn't fill out the same way because one of the reasons your titties is filled out is because of estrogen. Yeah. And now you have this much androgen and this much estrogen. You don't deposit fat and water in the same places anymore. And all of a sudden you got like big ass delts, but your titties is kind of like droopy a little smaller. And like, again, like it's a hot look. I love it. Great look. But do you love it? Are you really interested in doing that? The last thing I have to say about this, of course, yeah, like your clit grows and shit like that, but like I think that's just a net positive for everyone, to be honest. At the end of the day, it's this. As a female, when you do anabolics, don't get it twisted. Androgens are called androgen because gen means birth and andro means male. It creates a more masculine thing. Yeah. You will steroids, you know, it's unbecoming to say because it's so gauche, but steroids make you more of a man. 100%. But it's not even controversial. It's literally what they're designed to do. Yeah. So if you're female, you become more male-like. Yeah. If you're really ultra super highly feminine, one more thing, your jaw will grow. Yeah. You get hamster cheeks. Yeah. And if you're a female with a teeny tiny jaw, recessed, teeny tiny nose, little bitty cheeks that don't even stand out, you have exclusively super estrogenic body fat deposition, flawless skin, and you just happen to hit the genetic lottery, you take androgens, you look more like Wonder Woman. Amazing. But after Wonder Woman, you keep doing it, you look more like She-Hulk, and then more like Hulk, etc. Yeah. So understand that like Anavar is not just a little tab to make you like just a little bit more like of your favorite bikini competitor. This comes along with that. Yeah. And your favorite bikini competitor puts on 8 lotions and potions and oils and adjusts 50 filters on Instagram to look like a female still. Yeah. And in real life, you might meet her and you'll be like, oh. Yeah. And she's like, do you want an autograph, honey? And you're like, can we just go up to my room? And she's like, of course. And you're like, yeah. What do you think, Johnny? Is that just a rant to nowhere? No, you got nothing nice to say like I do. Rant.
I'm just like looking. I think there's that, I'm safe and I'm a bikini competitor. I'm only taking 5 milligrams. And I think that's the biggest lie. We need to say it more. And I need to say it again. It's like when you do steroids, women, you are 100%, you're 110% going to get side effects.
Yes.
And the side effects that you get, I'm going to get the same side effects too if I was to take steroids. Only difference is I'm a guy.
So most of the side effects just fall into what you're supposed to be anyway.
Exactly. They're just going to enhance what I already am. Or if a woman, it's going to take away from what you are.
The feminine stuff.
The feminine stuff. All the feminine things. So yeah, you will have a little voice like this after a while, and you're wondering like, how come some of my favorite bikini competitors sound like this? And it's like,
I love that sound.
It's so and it's like everyone's voice is like this all the time. Like that's how it is all the time. And then there's some of the lisp as well.
You're giving me an erection.
Am I? So I should stop doing this or continue?
Please go on.
All right. Do I sound like one of your favorite bikini competitors?
I can't say I know them by name, but I know them by their OnlyFans handle.
But it's true. It's true. Like, and it's funny because I was coaching and I get some other athletes that come from other don't get me wrong. I've had athletes who've done before and they know all of the all the repercussions in the world.
Yep. And if you know them
Like
and you're
it's
good
like,
with
hey,
them, hell
you
yeah,
wanna,
God
look,
bless.
I'm not making you do anything, but if you like, there's number one, they're gonna do it themselves anyway, regardless.
And
You're gonna,
probably more wrong.
they'll do more, right?
Yeah.
They'll do it worse. So they know what they're signing up for. But most of the time they don't really sometimes know until last minute. And I always make them do a check, right? Because I remember a couple girls and were like, I thought I had a cold. I'm like, no. That
What?
cold didn't
Oh,
go away.
no, yeah.
The voice, right?
Yeah.
So I always say, like, women, remember every woman, everyone, guys too, we all have our favorite song. Pick your favorite song. Probably Taylor Swift or I don't know, maybe, I don't know. And sing the highest part of the song that you used to be able to sing before. And if you can't hit that note, you have a side effect that is there permanently. You'll never be able to sing an octave ever again. So that's, you can, some you could do on your own to kind of self-diagnose if you have a side effect already. But just understand what you're getting into. Is it worth the trophy or the money? Hey, is it worth it? What is it? Does a dollar amount or the subscriber amount or the sponsor amount, is it worth your legitimate femininity? Because when you decide, I don't want to do this anymore and I just want to have a normal person and get out of this industry and just get someone who's not like, you know, a head case and always wants to bodybuild or whatever else, and you're like, I just want a normal person. And you're like, how you doing, Chris? And he's like, whoa, I've never met a competitor before and none of the girls I talk to sound like that. And they're like, no, I don't know.
That bitch been through some shit.
And they're like, no. So like it's, you know, and it's not all about dating, but you have to understand that what you're getting into. I don't think that many women do really understand it. And they think that they can dodge it because I'm not a women's bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. I'm only doing bikini. I'm only doing wellness. No, never mind. Bikini.
Wellness.
You're doing more.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but you know, just because you're doing bikini doesn't mean you're safe. Because I heard every class. I'm a professional bodybuilder. I've been backstages. I've been bodybuilding for a decade, and there's not one woman I've heard yet who is a competitive on steroid bodybuilder in every class that sounds like with a normal voice. Mm-hmm. I've not met one yet. So
know what you're getting into.
Know what you're getting into. If you want to do it, your life, do what you want, but just know what it comes with.
Yep.
Man, we're canceled for sure.
For sure.
I love it.